Happy Halloween, dear viewer. What up, viewers? What up, what up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, October 28th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. While there aren't as many games launching this week, there's still lots of news and lots of trailers this week that I wanted to hop into and discuss. Um, Watched the God of War Ragnarok trailer that launched 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago now. It was just a quick trailer talking about God of War and again kind of hyping us up. I don't think it showed off too much, at least in the version I saw, but it is their official launch trailer. So yeah, we got to see that. I also watched the 10 minute or so little trailer about the combat and how much the combat design and how much has been changed and grown since, and how we'll have more enemy variety and lots of different ways you can play. And there's a lot of traversal moves that you can do with the Chains of Chaos. So yeah, really excited for God of War Ragnarok. Hopefully my collector's edition gets in, sometime around launch, so that I'm not too far behind as I'm playing through that feverishly in the coming weeks. Also got a trailer for the co-op Left 4 Dead shooter Redfall, not actually made by the Left 4 Dead creators, but Left 4 Dead like Redfall, which includes they really emphasized. I thought it was actually a pretty good trailer and a pretty good timing for said trailer. It emphasized the scariness of the vampires in the game. I still think like the large hands thing is kind of a little weird. The character models just have like really large hands. But that's probably because they're going to do things. You have to shoot their hands as opposed to their head, stuff like that. But or they're just doing a stylistic thing. Hey, whatever. But yeah, we got to see a cool trailer, 2 to 3 minute trailer on Redfall. Hoping that now that we've got a new trailer around Halloween, that maybe we'll get more information soon about when the launch day is. I'm still expecting it to come out in the first half of next year, hopefully sooner rather than later. Although having put together the slate of games that are coming out in Q1, it is going to be quite packed. So hopefully I can find time for Redfall, as I am pretty excited about it, and I typically like what Bethesda does and Arcane Studios. So yeah, looking forward to co-op shooting in Redfall sometime soon. This latest trailer didn't really do much for me. I'm actually pretty down on it. There was a Forspoken trailer that talked about the different ways you're going to be able to traverse the magical world in Forspoken. They were talking about how your stamina drains and how you're going to be able to do parkour and you'll grow more magically powerful, and that'll give you more traversal ways to traverse the world of Forspoken. Something about the phrase magic parkour just like make whatever the exact opposite of excitement is, that's what it does to me. Because the game just looks very bland and generic. I know, like being able to live in a fantasy world and be able to jump off buildings and roofs and stuff like that should be like an awesome accomplishment. But it just doesn't do much for me. Everything just kind of glows red, orange, or yellow, and pink. Like it just doesn't do very much for me. So this latest trailer for Forspoken didn't do much for me. But if it did for you, let me know down below in the comments. Even CD Projekt Red, with all the stuff they're working on, isn't above a good remake. And the fact that the first Witcher game, was released over 15 years ago, means it's probably due for a good remake. I never played the first Witcher. I got in right when the getting was good with Witcher 3, so I didn't play the original 2. I have read all the books now. But a remake is coming out for the original Witcher game. It'll be in Unity 5. So it'll have all the latest and greatest graphics. Hopefully it's from the ground up. I remember from what I read about the original Witcher games, they were very linear. So hopefully we can get, maybe if it's from the ground up in a full remake, we can get maybe a little bit more open world ness to it, because that was what was so great about Witcher 3. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to a Witcher remake sometime in the next probably 2 to 3 years. The fact that they just kind of announced that they're doing this doesn't give me any hope that it's coming, next week or anything like that. So, but I am looking forward to a Witcher remake. I knew that was one of the they talked about a lot of different projects that they're working on, and they were pretty obtuse about a couple of them. But I probably could have guessed that there was a Witcher remake, but I didn't. So do with that as you will. PlayStation is working on their partnership with Discord. This is notable because Microsoft has already integrated Discord into it, and I'll use pretty big air quotes when I say integrated, because I beat my head against a wall for about an hour trying to get the Microsoft Discord integration working. But it's cool to see that there's multiple ways you're gonna be able to do party chats or chat with your friends on the different consoles, which is great to see. I just had a pretty negative experience with the way that Microsoft integrated, so hopefully PlayStation does that a little bit better. It doesn't require any QR codes or linking of accounts, because that was all a big pain in the butt when I tried to do it with Microsoft and was unsuccessful. So, but I do talk a lot with friends on Discord, and we can play with more and more things being cross-platform. PlayStation Party and Microsoft Chat aren't going to cut it, so we can all just hop into a Discord server and chat that way. So, really, really excited to kind of see that get integrated. Speaking of Microsoft, Big Phil has announced that they are looking into increasing the prices for both their consoles as well as Game Pass. Apparently, Game Pass is not seeing the growth that they wanted, so not a lot of that money. And consoles are usually sold at a loss, just because they want people on the platform. As soon as you sell people to a console, then when they buy software, that's usually where you make your bigger margins. So Microsoft is, maybe their growth hasn't been what they've expected. They're definitely not doing well in the current combative console wars. Microsoft is going to have to increase prices, and giving away Game Pass for $1 for 3 months probably isn't a winning formula, even if they are increasing their adoption rate by like 30% or whatever they said in a recent earnings call. So, Microsoft's still doing good, and I still have my Game Pass up and running in my Xbox console, which I'll be playing later tonight as we're playing As Dusk Falls. But for those of you who haven't picked one up, maybe now's the time. Maybe around the holidays is the time, because after that they might increase the price. So jump in now if you can. If you don't want to pay more later. Saw a pretty cool giveaway from Focus Entertainment around celebrating the launch of A Plague Tale Requiem. They're giving away a customized Xbox Series X. Speaking of Xbox, Xbox Series X, and it's really cool. You have to check it out. I'll have a link down below in the description. It's got like the black ichor and like a couple of those like weird, gross veins that they have in the game, and there's like the whole rat memorabilia, design all over the console. So really cool. I thought it looked really cool. Like the glossy like ichor all over the controller and the console looked really cool. So check that out, and you'll get a description on how to potentially win it, because I believe it was a giveaway. You just have to retweet and all that kind of stuff. So check it out, and if you end up winning it, let me see down below. Saw a pretty cool trailer for a game coming out or launching into early access. It's a run and gun cyberpunk shooter, so a lot of movement, first person shooter, but with a lot of movement, a lot of strafing, like you would in like a Doom. And it's called Deadlink. And you will slowly build up your animatronic character. I believe that's what they were kind of going for. You weren't like a human; you were like a humanoid robot type creature. You'll be fighting the corporations with your shotgun and your pistol, and you'll be slowly developing your mech into a stronger and stronger creature until as you kind of go through runs. So there's a little bit of a roguelike element in there as well. Deadlink was a run and gun shooter that caught my eye this week, so I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out. I believe it's in early access. Also saw images this week of Return to Moria, the Lord of the Rings kind of post-apocalyptic. It's supposed to be a fourth age game, which for anybody who's not a Lord of the Rings fan, that means basically nothing to you. But you'll be playing as a dwarf in Return to Moria, and we got a lot more images of what the game will look like. And just kind of seeing these grand dwarven halls with like the lights and some of the trolls you'll have to fight and some of the goblins in Moria. It all seemed pretty cool. So I'll have a link down below so you can check out those images. And yeah, got me super excited. I mean, of course, anything with Lord of the Rings is probably going to get me super excited. But yeah, it looks very much like a well-developed, pretty cool and visually impressive. And it's a base building game, which me and my friends love. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Return to Moria. Last but not least, this week we've got a flood of more images and details coming out around the Fallout TV series, and I had to talk about it because I'm one of the biggest Fallout fans there is out there. So really liking what I'm seeing with the Fallout series. We've already seen images from like what the set looks like around the vault. We've seen the outside wasteland. We've seen Nuka-Cola. We've seen power armor. So a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of creative minds and the conversations around the people behind the series. So very much looking forward to the Fallout TV series coming out pretty soon. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's in development right now. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm curious how much time they're going to spend in a vault. Usually in a Fallout game, you only spend 10% of the time of the game inside a specific vault. But that's really where you're going to get a lot of the character development. Is going to be with like this person leaving the vault. So I could see like the first episode taking place in the vault, and then the main character, whoever they are, going out into the wasteland. I wonder if it'll be told from multiple perspectives of people already out. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm like really into what story are they going to tell. How are they going to tell the story? And just really excited to see the Fallout universe coming to life in the real world. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Let me know down below what you think of it in the comments. But that's it for this week. If you feel I forgot anything, leave a comment down below, and you can always happy to talk about video game news or anything happening in the video game sphere down below in the comments or in my Discord. So I'll have a link to that down below. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. I'll have links down below in the description. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. I hope you have a super Halloween. And I hope you have a super day. Bye.